Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to give you all a little update because I happened to find out some information that maybe not everybody knows just yet. I don't know how many of y'all also ordered the Kapex that we've been talking about from Festool, but I did not realize how far back the issues had actually gone. Apparently, there are people that have ordered as far back as February and March for an April delivery date on this tool, and it got pushed and pushed and then pushed to August the 1st, and now it has been pushed to September 15th. So once I found out, I had a couple of large jobs. I've mentioned this on some other videos. I had a couple of large trim jobs scheduled to start around next Monday, because I figured by then, since mine just comes from Beaver Industrial up in Kansas City, that I would have it by that time pretty easily within a week of the first. So clearly that's not going to happen now, and it's going to be the middle of September. But I managed to get some information today on what all has slowed this down. Hopefully it was okay to talk about, but I believe they'll be releasing it hopefully next week. But if they had been more clear from the beginning, I think people would be a lot easier on Festool over this situation, because I kind of reacted like everybody else did, that this is kind of getting ridiculous at this point. They're still selling a pre-order item that they obviously don't have a solid shipping date for, because it keeps on floating down the line. But we all know we have the virus going this year, so that does affect everything. And it turns out that's what's really affected this. I talked to a person fairly high up at Festool USA today on the phone for a while, and they're extremely nice about this situation. He explained it all the way back for me, that when they started running this sale, their projections of what they would sell were about 25% or so under what they actually sold in pre-orders right to start with. And when they're a factory that they get a lot of, or some, at least one of their parts that is necessary to make the Kapex, had to be switched over and use those same parts to make ventilators in Germany. And he explained that as Festool, they cannot really just go to another supplier, because that was really an issue with the prior Kapex, was that, consistency in supply runs can be a real issue there. So they wanted to make sure these stayed all correct. They need some reliability this time around from the Kapex to rebuild its name. And the supplier that made that specific part had to start making them to make ventilators. So as that need came to an end, so of course once that happened, they had only received about 10% apparently of the saws that they actually need in a normal year, much less a sale year. And so they stopped taking pre-orders from dealers, and then it seemed like everything was going back to normal. The parts started to be made again and be released, and they managed to get some more of them made, and they reopened pre-orders because they thought they had this handled, and then the place had to go back into restrictions again. And with all that going on, it has pushed their date and pushed their date, and although they could have been a lot more clear with us, it was out of their hands. So I'm going to go ahead and leave my order in place for this, because I really want this saw. I am really glad that they're sticking with the German parts that they need, even though they're so much more difficult to get right now. So to me, that is a good thing. It's also a good thing that they're not pushing this company to make their parts instead of ventilator parts. If they need ventilators over there, then that is absolutely more of a need than me getting a new miter saw. So I do believe they should have told us maybe a lot sooner that this was a floating date and there's no telling, and maybe been a little more public with the issues they're having. But it is a pandemic kind of a year, so we need to be a little more understanding with everybody, obviously. And I just kind of decided today it was time to really get a hold of them, because now they're putting out a whole new batch of products that they want to do a pre-order deal for. And come on, guys, you haven't fixed the first pre-order yet. But I have confirmation from them directly that the supply issue has been resolved at this point, and September the 15th, we should be good to go with our new saws. So, fairly happy to hear that. I hope everybody else out there that has ordered one got a little information here that they needed. I have heard that there has been a lot of order cancellations with certain dealers. So, that's understandable as well. If you can't wait, you can't wait. You need it, you need it. But I still have my DeWalt 12-inch slider, so I'm just going to make that one work until that time that I can get it. So anyway, hopefully that helps somebody out there. Cheer up. September the 15th, they should be here. I know we just got told August the 1st, but now hopefully we have accurate information and we'll move forward using that. But hopefully everybody out there's had a decent working year so far anyway. I know ours has been busier even than normal, even with all this mess going on. So other than lumber shortages and some stuff like that we're dealing with now, we're kind of hanging in there fairly well. So stay well out there, guys. Be careful, and hopefully we can enjoy our Kapex saws here pretty shortly. And try to cut Festool just a little bit of a break on this. They really didn't have a lot of control over anything other than they should have told us. So thank y'all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these job site tours, tool reviews, all that kind of thing. I talk about a lot of different kind of tools on this channel, and we'd love to have you be a part of that. Thanks for being here. See y'all in the next one.